Hi friends! This is Em of Plan with Em, and welcome back to another video. Today we are setting up my bullet journal for April. Peek the little sneak, or not sneak, it's not a sneak if you've already seen it, throwback, I guess, to my March bullet journal theme, which was the cacti. As always, we are using stickers from Caitlin Plans, Caitlin's Etsy shop. You can use the code M, that's EMM15, so M15 for 15% off. And let's go. We're going straight into it with these Firefly stickers. These are from maybe 2022, definitely not 2023, possibly 2021. That's the level at which, you know, we have stickers from all the way back then. And as soon as I started this Firefly theme, I immediately thought of Fireflies by Owl City. And so we're just lettering in, you would not believe your eyes if 10 million fireflies lit up the world as I fell asleep. I think it might be as we or you fell asleep, but I can tell you that I lettered out I, so that's that's where I'm at. In terms of the books that I read in March, I have honestly no idea how many I've done. There was Go Wild in early March, so that led to, like, usually when I'm on travel, all I'm doing is reading books. That was not the case this time, because I was trying to go hang out with people, and, like, I drank a little bit, but so far in March, I really liked, so this is an arc. It's coming out in July. It's called Forget Me Not. It's by Julie Soto. It's her debut, which is really exciting. And it is about a wedding planner and a florist who used to date, right? That's already the drama. So it's a second chance romance. And they get thrust together on this really high profile wedding, and you get to watch them fall back in love. So that one I thought was really, really nice. Excellent. I also enjoyed, I just finished, okay, it's another arc, but this one comes out in April at least, like really early April. It's called Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross. The thing about Rebecca Ross is that she writes fantasy, but more often than not, like, non-fantasy fans will still enjoy it. So this is like an epistolary romance, historical fiction fantasy. It definitely feels like there's some World War II references, just in terms of like trenches and bombs and grenades and things like that. But it's about these two rivals, Iris, and then the other guy has so many names, but he's most commonly referred to as Kit. And they both work together at a newspaper together. And within their sort of rivalship, they end up sending each other, unbeknownst to one of them, letters and kind of like falling in love. And it is really cute. But there's also like some gods involved, like actual like deities. And that part is a little confusing at times, if I'm being honest, but you know, it's still enjoyable. I think the other one, I've read two more this month that I've really enjoyed, which was Six Crimson Cranes, which is based on folklore. I'm honestly not sure how to describe this book other than if you enjoy Miyazaki films like Spirited Away or things like that you would really enjoy this book. And then Pineapple Street, which is it's essentially WASPs, which is like white Anglo-Saxon Protestants. I don't know. Basically, rich white people behaving badly. Which, I mean, in all reality, this is sort of more of a feel-good type of book, so they realize all the bad things that they've been doing and rectifying them and stuff. But rich people behaving badly is definitely a theme or genre that I read a lot. So it's worth noting. I also, so in this, I have my purchase tracker and my reading log. I am trying so hard to not buy books. I really am. I am on my last bookcase in my room, to the point where, like, if I get another bookcase, I'm going to have to sacrifice another piece of furniture that I like. And I'm not honestly sure which one it would be. So the whole book buying ban for bitches thing in March has helped in terms of reducing spending. It's the 26th right now, and I've only bought books one day. But I bought a lot of books on that one day, so it doesn't necessarily make it much better. I think I might have actually spent more money because I was thinking about how naughty I was being in buying the books. So take that as you will, right? I think that being able to understand my spending and sort of get a good idea of what books I want to buy and like how much I want to be spending on books, it's a muscle that I need to be stretching and being mindful of. Now, another muscle of mine that my NetGalley requesting muscle is so strong. It's really good at requesting books, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but it's also pretty good at getting books, which is a problem because this was ARC March. My goal was to read 20 NetGalley books so that I could get my ratio up and I could get my feedback page down to just one. So it would be 20 rather than, I think I'm currently at 43. And to be clear, I was at 43 when I started this month, I think. And I've read at least 10 NetGalleys this month. So that's where I'm at. With that in mind, right, I have a lot of NetGalley books on my TBR for April. So what that means potentially for you as a listener is like these are books that you should have on your radar, things that are coming out in, I would say, for the most part, April and May. But I do also have some older books on my list. So I am also trying to get through my 23 and 23 and my 12 Friends, 12 Recs. So for the 12 Friends, I have Home Is Where You Are by Melissa Grace. We're also doing a Zoom chat with Melissa in May. So I need to get through her books because I'm going to be talking to her. Then the other two that I have on my TBR that are backlist, I have Cherish Farah again, because I finally have the library hold, because my library finally got it. I was so excited. And then we have Stacey Willingham's first book, A Flicker in the Dark, which I've heard is not as good as her second book. But I really liked her second book, so I'm willing to give her first book a chance. And my library hold for that is supposed to come in during April. So those last two, one of them is for sure on like my personal 23 and 23, and the other one is on my backlist 23 and 23. And so there's the formal, if I say 23 and 23 one more time, there's the formal challenge, and then there's like the challenge that I set for myself. So I've made good progress on both of them. I think for the formal challenge, I have like 6 books left or something like that. Also, I love flipping through this because there's so much color. It just makes me so happy. I think at some point we're gonna have to do a bullet journal flip through, right? Because it'll be about it's been 6 months. I started this in September. Although I really only have like half of my sort of books logged in there. So maybe by the end of April would be a good 6-month flip through. But we're only about halfway through the journal. So the exciting part of that is that I get to use a new journal. And potentially I might make it so that it actually starts at the beginning of the year, depending on when this journal ends. But, you know, that sounds like a problem for 6 months from now, me. Other books that I'm really, really, really excited for are Warrior Girl Unearthed by Angeline Boulet, I think is how you say her last name. She wrote The Firekeeper's Daughter, which was an amazing book, so I can't wait to see her follow-up. Generally speaking, I find that authors who, like, keep writing, they get better with time. Now this, I don't know if that's necessarily the case for the people who are writing, like, 25 million thrillers again and again and again, but I do think that it will be true for her. Also, I'm excited for In the Lives of Puppets by TJ Klune. I read his first two. We don't talk about the first one because of all the cultural appropriation there, but I really enjoyed his second one. The only thing I'm a little concerned about with this is puppets, because I have an irrational fear of puppets, honestly. Like, Slappy from Goosebumps fucked me up. I still have nightmares about him. And, like, I just can't. I'm just not doing it. And, I mean, I feel like with my TBRs lately, like in the last month, sometimes I'll put on books that I feel like I should read, but I'm not doing that this month. I'm only putting on books that I want to read, and that's what the thing is about my NetGalley, is that I'm trying to only request or accept widgets from books that I want to read. Now, if you have any of these books and you want to read them with me, yeah, let's go. Head over to the Joyful Chaos Book Club Discord channel, and we will buddy read the shit out of these. And, like, I don't know, in March, I only have 2 that were on my TBR that I didn't read, which is pretty good. In February, we're just scrolling back. I know I'm getting to the end of the video, but I don't know. February, 3 of them. So, you know, I'm a mood reader. I read what I want when I want. And so, if I don't finish my TBR, it's not the end of the world. But we're just going to go in and we're going to add a whole bunch of Firefly stickers because I am determined to finish these 2 sheets off. And so here's what I want to know from you, right? As we finish these sheets off and we get into the flip through, I want to know, what are you reading in April? Do you have any reading goals? Are there any fun reading challenges that you're doing? Do you want reading challenges? Because we can do some. That would be awesome. I have some bingos that I run over on Instagram, but we can do a sort of formal YouTube one if that's what you want. I'm down for just about anything, especially if it means that I get to make a page in my bullet journal for it. It might have to wait until May though, because I will be out of Firefly stickers. But if you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. If you want to see more of my videos, hit that subscribe button. Follow me on Instagram to see more awesome planning stuff. Keep reading, and as always, happy planning.